What it do, what it do? It's your boy About It Bobby, your new favorite fat getter redneck. Welcome to the shit show we like to call Broken Banner. Like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you can get notified when we do this shit. Let's get into it.
Bitch, I'm Bobby, know I'm bout it on my mama, I'm on go. Country grandma, I'm in hammer, pop that work up on that stove. I've been 10 toes in the...
White people went and bought some land because they want to be left alone. And was it racist, some of the stuff they said? Probably. Do I give a shit if the racist people go buy some land and live on their own? Yeah, get away from me and other people who kind of want to assimilate together. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. We're going to talk about it, but check this out.
There are black people who want black communities, Jewish people who want Jewish communities, and there are white people who want white communities. In the past, that's how this country was. So we're trying to preserve that. Interested, they align with our values, they're welcome to join.
We tracked down Eric Orwell. He's the president of Return to the Land, which is now home to about 36 people.
And it's not all about, are you white or not? It's also, do you share traditional European values? And also, if you want to live here with us, do you get along with us?
You have to get accepted to live here. There's an application process, including a questionnaire and an interview with the Board of Trustees.
How would you defend what you do here?
We're not trying to oppress any other group. In fact, we would want to help other groups also have their own spaces if that's what they want.
Do you understand why some people, though, might see what you're doing as racism?
Sure, of course, but I also don't know exactly what racism is. The concept has shifted over the years. If racism is hating other groups of people, I would say we're not racist. If racism is valuing your racial heritage and wanting to perpetuate it, well then by that definition, yeah, we're racist.
Now hear me out. Can I hate on him for a lot of the things he said as far as, I want to live with people who share my values? I can't hate on him for that. I would agree with him. I would rather, if you gave me the option that said, hey, do you want to live in a neighborhood that shares your values or is in opposition to the values you hold? Of course, I would want to live where people agree with me and share the same values. That's not a hard question. I think most people would say yeah to that question, right? Regardless of, now, in my opinion, regardless of skin color, he said it's not majority based on skin color. There's an application process, blah, blah, blah. Do I believe that? Probably not. Which again, I sweat in a room full of white people. I don't want to live around a bunch of white people because, you know, I like diversity. I mean, if you can't look at me and tell. But there are also black people, like he said, Jewish and others who want the same thing, right? Watch this.
Renee Walters is one of them. She's president of the Freedom Georgia Initiative. It's a collective of 19 black families who recently bought this land. This dream all started a few weeks ago during Renee's typical morning call with her friend Ashley Scott.
She said, Ashley, did you see the article about Toomsboro for sale?
It turns out that the entire small town was never for sale, just a bundle of a few dozen homes and buildings. So Ashley, a real estate agent, looked for listings in the area and found one for this.
And it was just such a beautiful piece of land. It was affordable, and it just made sense that we could create something that would be amazing for our families.
Why were these two women interested in the prospect of buying a town in the first place?
It really was when we saw what happened with Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and the protests.
We both have black husbands, we both have black sons, and I was starting to get overwhelmed and have a sense of anxiety when my husband would leave the house to go to work.
Now, as we can see, the white guy in the other video was right. There are people that have started black-only communities. I'm pretty sure there are probably Jewish-only communities. At the end of the day, the point of this video is to talk about how I really don't give a shit if you want to start your own community. Now, do I think it's stupid if you say, hey, I want to start a community because I just don't like black people, or I don't like Chinese people, or I don't like Korean people of Asian descent, African descent, whatever. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah, I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid that you think every black person is the same. I think it's stupid if you think every white person is the same. I think it's stupid if you generalize someone because of their ethnicity. Yes, Yes, I do. But at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with you saying, hey, I'm just going to be racist and go off on my own and start a community full of racists. As long as you're not hurting anyone. As far as, I don't give a shit about you hurt someone's feelings by starting this community because you don't want to assimilate. See, that's the kind of issue that I have that has sparked confrontation with this, right? A bunch of liberals have been posting online about it like, this is so terrible. We shouldn't let the white people do this. Why do you give a shit? White only community, black only community, Jewish only community. Don't really give a shit what they do with their money, go buy whatever, right? Just if a community, now you probably could make the argument like most of them, if we let all these racists make these towns, right? They're going to end up going out and trying to do it everywhere. We do understand how diversified places are, right? And how I feel, just my opinion, I may be wrong. Comment and let me know if I'm wrong. There are more people who would want to assimilate and come together, right? And share values with each other, regardless of skin color or culture. Now, of course, if they're cultural, we may have cultural differences, blah, 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 as far as, you know, let's just say I'm Christian, right? And my neighbor subscribes to Islam and they're Muslims. As long as they're not extremists saying, hey, we should go around and like bury Christians, right? I'm not going to really, I'll debate with them about it of why Christianity is true, but if they want, but I'm not going to be like, because, you know, you should leave and we should make Christian only communities. Can we please stop worrying about what the neighbor's doing, in the sense where if the neighbor is a hateful person, sure, I don't want to associate with them. If the town is a hateful, racist town, whether white, black, or whatever, I don't want to go to this town. You don't have to. It's choice, right? And from my perspective, that's the liberal ideology. Is all about live and let live. Choice, choice, choice. Pro-choice, free choice. Unalive babies, that's a different topic. Sorry. Either way, a choice, right? If we're going to do that, then I don't know why people would have a problem with the white only community, the black only community, or the Jewish only community. But at the end of the day, you do have people who are nosy and want to stick their noses into where it really doesn't belong. Either way, people, I think we should start to, you know, worry more about progressing ourselves and being more about ourselves and worrying about stuff we're doing. And are we portraying, not being hypocrites and portraying the principles like liberals, right? Like, I believe in choice, but no, you shouldn't have the choice to do this, that, and the other without justifying why. Anyway, not saying racism is okay. Probably going to get a couple of those comments like, oh, you're a racist. You're saying racism is okay. No, it's clearly not what I said, right? As long as a racist stays away from me and other people and doesn't like go up and harm black individuals and others just because of their skin color, or a black individual goes and unalives a white person because of their race, I don't really give a shit. Go be racist on your own, dog. I think we should get back into that mentality. Like, let people say what they want to say. Just don't associate with the individuals. Plain and simple. Check you on the next one. Peace.
Bitch, I'm Bobby, no, I'm botted on my mama, I'm on gold. Country grandma, I'm in hammer, pop that work up on that stove. I've been 10 toes in